Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna show you the 4 tools that I use on my phone as an aerospace engineer. Let's start with tool number 1. Probably a lot of you already know this one, and it's called Windy.
So let's open the app. First thing you can do is weather forecast. So if you move the yellow dot on the bottom of the app, you can see how the weather is changing 1 hour before the actual time and 1 hour after. You have a lot of different cool things that you can see. For example, the distribution of clouds over your country, over your area. You can see rains, storms, the quality of the air, a lot of different things. Snow, for example, temperature. But this one is the coolest. Wind. So if you move this yellow dot, you can change the altitude of the wind that you want to look for. So for example, if you are a pilot, it's useful because you can see how the wind is changing over the flight level that you want to fly.
Plus, you can use Windy if you are a skydiver. In fact, you can check the intensity of the wind at different altitudes. Tools number 2, Flight Radar.
So let's open the app Flight Radar and let's zoom in Florida. So around Orlando, let's pick this airplane right here. You can just click on it. It's Boston to Boston from Miami, and the app is gonna tell you the type of plane, the time left before arrival, the altitude, the velocity, and the tag of the plane. So the number that identifies the plane. If you click on it, you will have access to a bunch of different pictures. You will have access to latitude and longitude, for example, or the velocity, as I said before. But if you want to see information about one of the 2 airports, for example, Boston Logan International Airport, you can click on it and you can see arrivals. Those are all the flight schedule, and you can see the plane they're about to leave, if there's something that is delayed, or you can see the plane that are on the ground waiting. And you have a lot of different options as well. For example, you can see the radar for weather forecast and a lot more.
Now let's move to tool number 3, that is called Photo Math. You can guess by the name the function of this app.
If we open the app, first thing you can see is your camera on. Just take a picture of the equation you want to solve, and in very few instances you will have the equation solved. And if you want to know how it has been solved, you have all the phases, and if you click on one of those phases, you can see how the app decided to solve the equation. If you move on, we also have plot information. In fact, you have the solution, you can see the domain, you can see the intersection you have with the axis, a lot of cool stuff.
It's really useful if you end up with some kind of engineering problem, like where you have to solve some kind of boring equation. Last but not least, the final tool I use every day as an engineer is called Physics Toolbox.
Basically, what this app does is using all the sensor inside of your phone. Let's start with the G-force. You can see the components X, Y, and Z and the total G-force, as well as the accelerometer. So if you move your phone, you will have a lot of data coming real time on your screen. And you can do the same with the gyroscope. In fact, this is angular velocity, X, Y, and Z. If we move on, we also have angles, yaw, pitch, and roll. And we also have angles. So if you want to measure the inclination of a table, for example, we also have the classic compass. And we can also measure magnetic field. I don't really know what kind of measurement this is, but it's cool. Then we move on to barometric pressure, and you can see how it changes over time. We can also see the difference between altitude measured by the GPS and altitude measured by the barometric pressure. We have coordinates, velocity, altitude, heading, and precision of the GPS.
So, to recap, these are the 4 principal apps that I have on my phone as an engineer. Hope it helps. Bye!